I just realized that you have absolutely no idea who I am. Let's change that. What's up, everybody? My name is Angeli, aka The Virgo Vlogs. Let's start with why I call myself The Virgo Vlogs. I'm a Virgo. Yes, shocker. I know. I do consider myself more spiritual than I am religious, and I love astrology. It's not like the only thing that I ever follow in life, but it is something that's very helpful when it comes to identifying patterns within myself and the world, and I do find it very valuable to who I am as an individual. And so that's why being a Virgo is very significant to me. It's one of my first tattoos behind my ear. I don't know if you can see it, but video of me getting that tattoo is on my YouTube channel. Why I call myself The Virgo Vlogs is because I love to capture moments with my friends and my family of us doing things or going places, even just by myself when I go to different concerts, go to different events, like when I went to the Psychedelic Science Convention. And it's not just about capturing a little picture here and there to go look back on and be like, oh yeah, I went there. It's holding on to the feelings that I experienced when I was there, the knowledge that I gained through that. For me, going back and watching those videos, I get to reflect on the situation, on who I am as a person, and I definitely make videos because I've always wanted to make the videos, but sharing them with other people is a little nerve-wracking because then you invite people to have input on your life. And I'm 24, and well, from 20 to 24, I'm telling you, there were some crazy things going on. Now at this point, I'm able to talk about my experiences because I can watch a video and see where I was at that point in my life, mentally and physically, and see where my mindset was at and how it's altered and changed over the last few years. And I think that's a beautiful thing because we're constantly growing and flourishing and learning about ourselves and other people. It's not always something that you're able to witness, but it is something that once you do witness it, it's something that you hold on to. 2 words to describe me, I think it would be organized chaos. I have a lot of my shit together, but I am still human. I love putting myself out there. I love talking to people, learning about people, and like sometimes just observing. I don't shy away from the human experience. So on this page, you're gonna get a lot of concert vlogs, vacations, reflections, and realizations from my past. Cooking, you're gonna see me doing my makeup. You're gonna see me living life, going through my experiences. One of the things that I always like to say is I'm growing through my experiences. I'm learning through every single event that happens to me, good or bad, and I'm using it and I'm turning it into something that will benefit me in the long, making sure that I continue to stay resilient and that I continue to have the belief that I can do anything. There's nothing that can stop me from getting what I want unless it's not meant for me. If it's not meant for me, then I'll be blocked from that, and that's okay because it's just going to be redirection. Something better is out there for me, and I have faith in that. You're gonna get a little bit of everything over here. Everything. Let's get into a little bit of my educational background, shall we? So my first degree I got in biological psychology with a minor in neuroscience. Kind of felt like I needed something more. Greedy, I know. That could have been because I was an undergrad during COVID and that affected my learning style and honestly my desire to learn a lot. But from there, I got past that and I decided after a year to go back to school for nursing. So I'm now a registered nurse, and that's something that's really important to me because it falls directly in line with my value system. But I do want to say that, you know, anything that I talk about on this channel is simply my opinion, and it does not reflect any organization that I'm a part of or any field that I'm a part of in general. It just reflects who I am as an individual. Let's play a game. I'll give you some time. I'm going to tell you 3 things about me, and you're going to identify which ones you believe are true and which one you believe is the lie. Number 1, I wanted to be a singer/actor growing up. Number 2, I lobbied at the Capitol for those incarcerated for nonviolent marijuana crimes. Number 3, my favorite job was as a server, hostess/bottle girl. I'll let you think for a second. The lie is my favorite job was as a server, hostess/bottle girl. Yeah. Did I have those jobs? Yes, I did. At different locations too. But it was almost too much for me. Overwhelming. And then when I was a bottle girl, the interactions I had to deal with were not the most suitable for someone who doesn't like being touched by strangers. I wouldn't say it's my favorite job. Most entertaining? Probably. But it's definitely not my favorite. But I had a good time when I did it, so I can't really complain too much. And that's the only time I like being in the club is when I'm getting paid to be there. So that's just me. So yes, so my 2 truths, the first one was being that I wanted to be a singer/actor when I was growing up. Still make freestyle songs to myself, and I still sing when I'm alone, but it's just not something that I do like for crowds anymore. And acting, I could never do a movie because if we're being honestly speaking, I cannot remember those lines. Yeah, no, that sounds rough. I don't think I could do that. So it was just something I liked doing. It was a hobby, not a career choice. For me. If that is what you want to do with your career, do it and like go forward with it 100%. I liked science. I knew something was gonna happen over there. So, next was I lobbied in DC for those who have been convicted of nonviolent marijuana crime. I do have a video on that. I just haven't fully put it together to be posted. It is a bit long. I was there for a week. I was given this opportunity by Students for Sensible Drug Policy, which is one of the orgs I am affiliated with. Going to DC and going to the Capitol and talking to everybody, it was very inspiring because we were mixed with so many different kinds of people. Some who have been incarcerated for years over something that you can buy down the street in both locations, because you know wherever there's one there's another like right across. And I got to talk at the National Cannabis Festival, and I talked about, through the organization Blaze Responsibly, how people can get their cannabis records expunged. And so learning how to do that, taking people through the process of, okay, this is where you'll find your record, this is how you can request for it to be expunged, and understanding what things can be expunged from the record. It was something I never knew before. Something like my YouTube channel is a way that I can share those things that I'm learning about the world with other people. And listen, I don't want to keep you here for too long. I have like 20 something videos you can go and watch to learn a little bit more about me, but some of them are a bit old, and I've changed in good ways, in bad ways, in confident ways, and in perspective ways. I'm older. You know, wisdom comes with age. So enjoy my past videos, see something you like, give it a comment, make sure you subscribe. But since I don't want to keep you here too long, I know some of you are going to be like, oh, I hate when I'm following a creator or a person and I find out something I don't like about them, or like their political views or something. Let's not make this political. I'm going to rapid fire list off some things that I support, and then you can decide on your own who I am, what I stand for, and whatever else opinions you would like to make about me, okay? Black Lives Matter, and that's not a question, and it's not an insult to everybody else. Black Lives Matter is as simple as what I just said, and I'm not going to elaborate. I believe that we should free Sudan, free the people in the Congo. We continuously take and take. America, we take and take and take and take. And since I care about people, hearing about the things that are going on in Goma and Congo and Sudan, it's upsetting, and it's a humanitarian crisis, and it's important to know what's going on, but sometimes you feel helpless when you can't do anything directly. So educate yourself, and I'll make sure that I have links. Speaking of freeing people, free Palestine. Yeah, because you can't just go and steal land and be like, yeah, it's mine now. I don't believe you should do that. But ultimately, you can't kick someone out of their home and then be mad that they're mad at you. I believe that abortions are healthcare, and that being pro-choice is the only way to be. Because when you're pro-choice, it's do whatever you want, not do whatever I want you to do. I'm not in charge of your life. That has nothing to do with me. And men shouldn't be making decisions on women's bodies, period. Thank you. LGBTQIA community. I believe in the LGBTQIA community. Why? Because I'm the B. I'm the B. So I stand for people's right to love whoever they want, as loudly as they want. No one should have to hide who they are to appease everybody else. What happened to being an individual? What happened to having your own life, your own perception? I love people who are so authentically themselves, so straightforward with the world on who they are, what they stand for, what they like to wear, how they dress up their character. I love it. You weren't put on this world to please everybody else. You were put on this world to live. So live. And I believe that the United States is a melting pot. And it was one of the things that made you as a child be so proud of America, is that we were a melting pot of cultures, people from all over making up America, building it up to what it is today. DEI is important. I don't want to be in a world where we hate each other for being different, when I think our differences should be honored and validated and praised. That's why by like 2050 we're gonna have more light skins than anything else, but don't even get me started on that. Anyways, I'm Angeli. That's a little bit about me, and if you didn't know me before, I hope you know me a little better now, and you'll stick around to find out some more. But please don't forget to subscribe and like this video and comment and let me know maybe what you think on some of the things that I've talked about or done, or beliefs I have. And I'm always interested in a conversation. But I will tell you, I am a Virgo, and sometimes it is a little hard for me to admit when I'm wrong, but I can always learn from others, and I'm always willing to, okay? So I can't wait to see where this goes.